What's up, members of the Barrio? It's John in New York City. Today we're going to talk about an often overlooked topic for travel, and that's having comfortable feet. Now, it might not sound that important on the surface, but let me tell you a quick story. A couple of years ago, I was traveling in Europe, and our first stop was Amsterdam. I had just bought a new pair of sneakers, never broke them in, spent the first 12 hours in Amsterdam running around town, and the next morning, my ankles and my feet were sore, they were hurting. I could barely walk without a limp, and that is the importance of traveling with good footwear. So today, for the first time ever on the channel, I am going to be doing a product review on the one travel shoe that I just can't leave home without, Barr. And I'm going to tell you exactly why I am such a huge fan of these. Now, before we begin, I do have to let you know that Barr is paying me $0.00 to make this review, so I can be as honest as I want. The first reason I love them is because they're all handcrafted. So you can even see the sewing patterns on them. Each shoe is hand-stitched, and they do it to keep them flexible, which leads to our next point. They are extremely comfortable, and I never thought I would say that about a non-sneaker, because when I used to think about wearing shoes, in my mind it was, I'm going to some job, likely that I hate, or I'm going to some formal event, and man, this is gonna be rough on my feet after a couple of hours. But I was wrong, way wrong. I wore these shoes all over Japan 95% of the time for 1 month straight. I wore them throughout Mexico, and I didn't have any foot pain ever. Point number 3, they break in almost instantly. Your feet slip right into them. You don't even have to waste your time tying your shoes. Sometimes I get impatient, and that extra step when you're in a rush can be a little bit annoying. Number 4, they're versatile, and I'll give you an example. I went to a wedding in Mexico. No, it was not my wedding, that I didn't plan on attending, and I wore them throughout the night with a dressy shirt and slacks. Had zero issues, even though I am a terrible dancer. Now, I do want to note that they're not that formal, so I wouldn't wear this to a super dressy event, but if you're in a pinch and you're not home, I think these could just about blend into any social situation, more or less. The only places I wouldn't bring these would be hiking or athletic activities. So, you know, they're not the best shoe in history, but they do fit so many purposes. Number 5, they're not bad looking shoes. Maybe they're not the most stylish things ever. On the Barr website, I know they have other varieties that I think look a little bit more stylish than the ones that I currently own. But if you're traveling and you're sightseeing all afternoon, you want to go to a nice wine bar, you want to go clubbing, whatever it is that you're into, you could wear these anywhere, and you're never going to have any issues getting into a spot that has some kind of restrictions on footwear. They're very durable. I had my last pair for well over a year, and I used them constantly before I ran into any issues. I think the price point is okay. I spent $95 on my Barr shoes. They have a couple of varieties in pricing. I wouldn't expect a hand-stitched shoe to be necessarily cheap, but I think you get a lot of value out of them, especially if you're somebody like me who, when you're traveling, you don't want to switch up your shoes all the time. They are totally worth the value, in my opinion, for the amount of life that you can actually get out of them. I would probably pay $150 for them, but Barr, if you're watching this, please don't raise prices, okay? Do I have any complaints? The only complaint I do have about these, and I touched on it before, is I wish they were a little bit trendier, maybe more stylish looking. Here in New York City, I actually have boots and other shoes that I wear when I want to go out with friends to a nice place. But when I'm traveling, there is no substitute for these guys. And lately, I've just been packing these shoes and my hiking shoes in my suitcase. I've stopped packing sneakers for longer trips, I just don't have much of a need for them anymore. My female viewers may be curious, is there a version for them? And the answer is yes, but I've never sampled women's shoes before. I know nothing about women's fashion, women's shoes. Maybe I can get Team Adriana at some point to test them out. Let me know if that's something you guys are interested in. All right, guys, I'm putting a link in the description if you want to purchase these Born shoes. I'm putting an Amazon link. Feel free to check it out or just go to their website. Let me know in the comments if you're interested in me doing more product reviews for travel-related gear from time to time. It's actually something I think I would like to throw into this channel, especially when I'm at home in New York City. Although speaking of New York, we have got 1 month of New York content coming up, so I hope you guys are excited because I've got some big ideas. Thank you so much for watching, as always. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. Until next time.